Dreads! What's good, everybody? It's Coach Phil with Coach Phil Reacts, and I am back with another video. So now we are on to episode 5 of Arrow Up, the Wrap 2023. We are in October, and looking back on September, it was a pretty solid month for the Lions. They had a great little team bonding time at the golf course. That was funny to watch. We got to see them have some wins. We also see them go through some challenging times, but they still standing tall. At the time, they were second in the West Division, and I want to see what October brings. It was really good to see, you know, look back on certain games and see what happens, man. Obviously, the Terry Williams return, game breaker, man. That changed the trajectory of things, man. And also just watch them, watching Hatch go off, watch Batman hit 1K in the same game, man. That's phenomenal to see, and just see them hit their stride coming down the stretch as they get ready for the playoffs. So we're gonna take a look at October, y'all. So if this is your first time to the channel, run over there, subscribe, hit notification bell, all that jazz. We have membership, so if you want to join the membership clique, you are more than welcome to. I'm going to be reacting to women's hockey coming up here soon, man. So be on the lookout for that one. And some hockey fights. I love watching hockey fights, man. It's been a long time since I've done it, so we're going to have some fun with that. And I'm going to be doing more all 24 film. I got a couple folks in mind, you know what I'm saying? We're going to take a look at those ones as well. And we also have a Shopify. So if you're interested in the merch drop that's going to be happening in the winter and also the spring and in the summer, be ready to be on the lookout for that as well. And we have gift cards on our Shopify. Minimum is $25. The highest it goes is $200. So if you want one, go get you one. And also, I forgot to do this in the other video. I didn't really forget. It kind of just had a lot going on. But I'm ready to announce the winner of the Revita Energy Tea Variety Pack. And the winner of the Revita Energy Tea Pack is going to go to my man. Make sure I say the name correctly because I don't want to botch it. It's gonna go to my man Kirk Mandan. Kirk, this one's for you, baby. You're gonna get this one. I'm gonna send it off to you. So Kirk, hit me. You follow me. I see you follow me on IG, and you also are a loyal subscriber. So congratulations to you. DM me and shoot me your info, and I will send it off to you, and we're gonna get that done. So thank you to everybody that put their name in, that hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on Twitter, all that stuff. I like doing these type of things, so we're gonna have a little more things along the way, y'all. So be on the lookout for that. So without any further ado, let's get to the video, y'all. All right, we out here.
Do you think you've done enough to have put your name up there with his in terms of the MOP?
You know, I'm not. I want to win a championship.
Lions
Say that then. Tonight. That's all. That's it.
BC
That's
plays first place.
That's all you had to hear.
CFL West on the line, and possibly the game of the year.
This game decides the MOP race because you have Zach Caleros and Vernon Adams Jr. facing off against each other.
The talk was Zach Caleros.
Okay, I'm gonna stop right here real quick. Yeah, I know there was a whole thing at the end of the season, right before the Grey Cup, with the MOP race, and we all know who won it in the end. We all know, but we also know the guy that probably should have won it. When I went to this game, I did not even think about the Zach Vernon MOP race, because the individual award don't mean much when you got a game like this on the line that could decide who's going to have the home field advantage in the playoffs. So I can't really roll with that. I can't sit here and act like that was a lot, like, on my mind. And a lot of times players don't even really, like, in these moments, they are not thinking about all that, man. And that's the media sitting there talking about, oh, this is a legacy game, and this is the game where you have to put it all on the line. And I know these guys are thinking. Man, ain't nobody's thinking about all that. We try to get a dub, man. I don't know why the media sit there and try to make it more grandiose than what it. The game is more important than just the individual award, because you can't give a piece of the MOP to your teammates. A win is something that we can share together, and hopefully that win secures us that home field advantage to where either they got to come to Winnipeg or they got to come to the Dome in BC. Nobody's thinking about that. Nobody, and I'm not gonna. And MOP is what it is. Most outstanding player. It's a great award. But it don't mean nothing if you ain't got a ring. And Vernon made that very clear right there. So why? Let's move on.
Chad Kelly, you know, those are the names that were getting thrown out there. And, you know, from a
But not Brady, though?
looking at VA's numbers and what he was doing and wondering why he wasn't in that conversation.
I've been pounding the table for Vernon Adams Jr., and I think I've been proven right.
I don't want to sound selfish or anything like that, you know, but, you know, we all have goals as players, and we all have our personal goals and our team goals. And, you know, that's something you set for yourself. You want to be the all-star. You want to be a Grey Cup champ. The MOP comes, you want the MOP, you know. You want first place. You want to win every game at home.
Well, pretty clear. Cut and dry what it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Regular day in the den. BC Place. Let's go. Specialist walkthrough, you know, getting our depth perception right, getting the spin right, teaching one of our trainers how to throw a football.
Hey, tell the truth.
Making strides.
Strides is a good thing.
We're done. We're gonna retire. We're done after that.
No, we're not.
Shout out to my boy Jay Woods, man. And Mackie.
Last thing I'll say is when I said gratitude yesterday, gratitude does not mean happy to be here. It means happy to make the most of the opportunity to kick their ass tomorrow night.
Say that, Tim.
7 o'clock, team on a mission, BA, you got to pray.
Let's go. Hey, it's been a great week. Let's handle business tomorrow. I love y'all, man. Lions on 3. 1, 2, 3. Lions. About to do the rookie circle dance.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, if you're a rookie, man, you got to get loose, and you got to see what these boys got, man. It's funny every year, so.
What happened?
We finna see what's going down, man.
What happened?
Rookie dance about to go down right now.
Oh.
All right. Who uncle is that, man? Okay, all right. Okay, hey. The lawnmower. Keep your shoulders, keep it base like this right here. All right, now you do it. All right. All right, I love Dougie, all right? That is fun. Every team has that rookie talent show, but that's the first one I've seen a dance.
For what should be the game of the year. You and I are pretty pumped to be doing this one, especially
Dunnigan. Shout out to Farrar, man. Best in the business, man. That man's everywhere.
Storylines going into this game. We can look at the MOP race. You can look at the defense.
Global Far.
The running game. The list goes
That's
on.
fire.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What are you watching for?
I'm watching VA. I'm watching VA. Biggest game of his CFL career.
Of course, the winner of this football game, barring something catastrophic, will win the Western Division and host the Western Division final.
You can just feel the anticipation in the air. It's just
The energy was live, man.
A regular season game that's had this much hype to it.
yeah.
RP.
Begins his approach and we're underway. End over end kick. So Vernon Adams in the offense comes up. Winnipeg with 4 in the box. Little play action. Adams pumps. He's got Jefferson in his face.
Oh, damn.
Finds Katoy. Crosses the
Ooh, that was nice.
Gets his feet, gets all the way to the 50-yard line. Adams fires, and he finds a receiver.
Middle.
30-yard line. It's Hollins.
That's a good, solid opening drive, right? You may get stalled.
Get started.
in there. You want
Get a
more
nice little
points,
start.
obviously, but to do that, drive the field from your own 25-yard line. And
Bombers will be scrimmaging from their
All
own
right.
40. Balls
That offense, man. That's much respect to Winnipeg, man. Just that team.
Steps up, fires downfield, incomplete, nowhere near an intended receiver.
All right.
Lions defense holds on second down and forces a field goal.
And the kick is going to be wide.
Bring it out. Bring him out. Bring him out. Bring him out.
Is he going to bring it out? He's coming across the goal line. Yes, he is. And he gets to about the 8 or 9 yard line before he's brought down. So 2nd and 10 now.
Three-man rush. Adams drops back.
Nice little drop. Nice little
drop.
drop.
Pressure, scrambles, evades the pressure. Now he's running to the far side. He's going to fire downfield. And
Keep moving.
Receiver. What a play by Vernon Adams.
I was on the wrong side. I wasn't even supposed to be there. But it's kind of a theme of
He always you always somewhere you ain't supposed to be, but you somehow be in the right position to make a daggum play. Pretty boy Mac out there. I shout out to you, Mac. Shout out to you.
And you always tend to kind of get the ball, usually for a big play.
Yeah, you've made some big plays.
Or I get on the sideline and coach is like, you were on the wrong side. And I was like, well, we got 20-something yards or whatever. We got big first down from it.
OCs are very particular, so I feel him, but hey, you got the 20.
Right down the middle for Hatcher, incomplete. And we got a flag in the end zone. This is with PI.
Well, all right.
Randy Julio, first down for the Lions at the Winnipeg 1. Davis comes up behind Coach.
Push. Slip in.
Does he get in? Touchdown, BC Lions.
Now, right here, this 10-0 lead, that's crucial. That's a nice start. That's a fire picture right there.
2:03 left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, nothing fancy about this. He's just going to go over the right side of the offensive line and get himself.
Yeah, you know what it is, yeah.
All right, get him moving. But you can never, ever count Winnipeg out.
2 years now. It's just like a 6-yard hitch. The running back goes onto the flat, and I usually go to the running back, and I'm usually open. So Jordan Maximic, drew it up perfectly. He said, you know what, this week we're gonna give Katoy a double move. I said, okay.
All right.
First down for the Lions at the 40-yard line. 4 receivers to the near side for Adams. He's gonna pump. Now he's gonna go far side.
Oh, got that.
If he calls a play, I gotta make it count. Winston Rose bid on it, and the rest was history, man. He tried to catch up. I said, nope, get out the way. You know what I'm saying? And
you're so humble.
40, 35, 30, 20.
And every daggum touchdown he get, almost it's up the sideline. He gets up. You love the sideline, don't you, Jay? You love the sideline.
They just think I'm a big physical receiver who just likes to get in the box and block,
Hell no.
That was just unbelievable.
70 yards. We did the math while you were doing the analysis.
I love it.
Ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new.
White gets
They let that one slip. They let that one get by.
Lions going to the locker room at half, leading.
So right here at this point, a 10-point lead. Man.
Let's go, D. By any fucking means, man. Hey. By any fucking means. By any fucking means, let's go.
When he say that, you better take word.
Hey, it's gonna get nasty. If not, make that shit nasty.
Hey. Make it nasty.
Lions 10-0 when they're leading after 2 quarters.
Okay.
Hopefully that trend continues here. Lions with a 5-man front. Do they come with the blitz? Handoff Oliveira, far side. I should say that was actually Dembski on the carries. They had him in the back.
And it's a slow grind when it comes to their offense.
Has time.
But it's a quick
Down the middle, and it's incomplete. It almost picked off. And the Bombers pulled it within 7.
You got to respect Winnipeg's offense. The pace that they go.
Obviously tie this game.
It's like a great boxer, man. They're going to call a shot at some point, but you're in a long battle with them.
Looking near side, he's under pressure.
That spin.
Loose, and it's Matthew Betts. He turned around and he ran into a back track. And guess who comes up with the football? Sione Tuihama.
Hey!
The Lions go up in the first half. They're leading in the fourth.
All right, Oos, I see you.
At the same time, that Winnipeg team is not going to die.
No, they're not. You can't put away Winnipeg that easy. The pace that they go, the experience that they have, the battles they've been in, this unit together, that core, it's tough to just put them away. And funny thing is, most of the only real big loss they had was against BC early in the season. So these two teams know each other. There's no secrets. By this game, there's no secrets. What we got to hide. So it's going to come down the stretch. That's all it is.
Here, Julio, getting field position. Easier said than done going up against Zach Caleros in that Winnipeg offense. Caleros drops back. Lions bring 4. He's got time. He's going to fire across the middle. He's going to find Wolotarski. Crosses the 30.
And they're patient.
As he gets above the 33.
Taking their time. They'll mix up the tempo every now and again.
Keeps those feet moving.
But Zach
scrambles to his far side, fires across his body, and
it's Zach.
The receiver all the way down to the 18.
You can't give him that kind of time. You just can't.
No. You got to get back there. You got to penetrate that pocket.
Woody had him, and Woody held him up. I think he was about to throw the ball, and I seen him about to throw it, so I just stripped the ball out and just ran.
Lions bring 4. Caleros drops back under pressure. Quarterback
strip it.
And about the 36-yard line. Here goes Tui Hemba.
You better go.
40 down to the 30. Oh baby! 6:30.
That. Oh my God, that was the play.
Lions lead at 23-16. You're listening to BC Lions football.
That team wasn't going anywhere, and like you knew it, you kind of felt it watching the game that the Bombers were going to take this thing right to the last second. And
2nd and 10 of the BC 13. Caleros fires, end zone, touchdown, Winnipeg. And the Bombers have pulled to within 3 with the extra point.
That's tough.
Well, Lions got to put a drive together offensively.
So 2nd and 8. What do you call here, Coach?
Well, you mean obviously you got to throw the ball, right? But you wonder what Winnipeg's going to do. They've been coming with a little bit more.
Bombers with a 4-man rush, 3-man rush and a spy. Adams has time. Got plenty of time. Now he's going to scramble. And Vernon Adams scrambling for his life. Gets to the 50. Tries to get to the edge. He's going to get the first down. Reaches for it.
Lay it all out there, baby. You got to lay it all out there.
He was able to get that arm out. They're putting the spot just before that, but if you look at the replay.
There we go.
I really think I did. You know what I'm saying? I stretched the ball.
He got the first.
I did, man, and it's just tough, man.
So the Lions will send out the short yardage unit.
He should have got the first.
Dom Davis in at quarterback. Lions need to convert here.
I don't know.
Good habit. I think on that initial surge, I think he got it. And looking at the spot, Julio, I don't like it.
That's a terrible spot.
And they're going to be short by maybe 3 inches. The Bombers get the ball with 150 remaining in the
This
game.
one, man. They let this one.
Caleros rolls out, right side, looking, nothing there under pressure.
Get him.
Out of bounds. And the Bombers with 16 seconds remaining will be forced to kick the game-time field goal.
Well, they've been doing that the entire night with that run-pass option where he rolls out to his right.
And with 13 seconds, make it 12 seconds, we are tied at 26.
This is what you expected, didn't you? Heavyweight tilt back and forth.
I saw end zone.
Oh, not this play.
Winning. I saw just great things for my team.
So the Lions, what type of magic do they have left now? With 12 seconds remaining, Winnipeg comes with 4. Adams drops back, fires right down the middle, and it's right! Are you kidding me? Tom Wright!
This.
30, 20, 10, down to the 8-yard line!
Dom. In the section I was in, it happens. I hadn't seen that many, like, as a fan, and just seeing it like that in a long time. So the more right, yes, go, and all of a sudden he gets tackled, and I was stunned, and I sat. There's like these steps, and I just sat there. And I couldn't believe it. And a couple of guys came up and patted me on the back. Like, it's okay. It's not over yet. Dom, we got to talk, man. We got to talk again about this, brother. I'm going to hit you because I need to know. Were you gassed? What happened?
Baby, are you kidding me? And time has run out. Oh, my gosh.
The lot of people, they got what they might do, what they might. At the end of the day, I'm just a football player trying to make a play, and unfortunately, it was a learning lesson. Probably could have got down for the field goal, but your mind's going so fast.
I know.
Every time.
And they mentioned, people were mentioning that, but in the moment, man, we try to score.
I don't think I regret nothing in life because it's a learning lesson. So,
Man, oh man.
That's City Boy shit right there.
He thought he could take it to the house.
City Boys up 2,000 for that one.
So close. And now we go to overtime.
So Lions win the toss again. They defer, go on defense first.
Little play action.
Oh, God.
Right. Looking. He's going to check this one down. He's going to find Oliveira all the way down to the 20. Polaros, handoff. Oliveira right up the middle, tries to find a hole, sneaks through, touchdown, Winnipeg.
Brady just slips through and just keeps his center low and just gets through there.
Winnipeg leads it now. Lions will need to score a touchdown and then convert on the two-pointer to keep the game going. Three-man rush, rolls to his right, the far side. Adams under pressure, and he goes down at the 43. Have to get a first down to continue this football game. Adams takes the snap, three-man rush with a spy. He's going to air this one out, looking for Rhymes. Jump ball at about the 10-yard line.
In double coverage.
The Winnipeg Blue Bombers have defeated the BC Lions by a score of 34-26.
Oh man, that was a heartbreaker. I'm not gonna lie. I soaked in that probably for like 3 or 4 days. To put your all into a season, and then it comes down to one game to whether you get first place or not. And we lose in that fashion world.
At home and being up, I think like 10 at the half.
It's heartbreaking.
One of the most devastating losses at home. Let's call it franchise history. I know there's been devastating losses. Team's been around for 70 years, but I felt that loss was really, really tough on everyone. Everyone in the organization felt that loss.
That one hurt. Speak that wisdom into him, man.
A lot was at stake in that game, man. First place, we were tied for first, so we could have really got out and got first place there. I seen on our wall the most wins this Lions organization has had in the season was 14. So that was a potential, for us to get 14 or even more. That just a lot, man. A lot was at stake in that game, and it just hurt, but I think it made us better as a team, and we just still came back to work the next week and did what we had to do.
Special team, special group, that's why it hurt so bad.
Yeah.
If you didn't love this team, it wouldn't bother you that much. But it's a special group, special team that can play with anybody.
And I just remember how down they were after that game. And rightfully so.
Oh, he's the co-general manager too. Shit, I didn't know that. He making all the moves.
Playoff games or a Grey Cup game.
50% of them.
But not in a regular season game. And
get a break and we'll see you Monday.
Let's go back to work. Hey, I know your heart hurt, man. We all fall hard. All right? Don't ever point the gun at your brother.
he was the only one that wasn't there. We had a conversation on the sideline with the receivers on a long pass that we wanted to get down. And he was talking to a trainer. There was no fault or anything like that. He literally was the only guy that didn't get that message, and that's part of coaching, is to make sure that all these messages are getting out as much as possible.
Man.
I don't care if you're a little kid on a playground or you're a pro football player, everything in your body tells you, let's get on and let's get going. And it shows you the importance of hustle of the other team too. And that it literally comes down to all these small things that happen. And the one thing players and coaches are...
It's so easy for people, and rightfully so, fans are going to say what they want to about certain things. Like, well, I would have done this and I would have done that. You don't know what you would have done in that situation because you ain't never been on the sideline and you ain't never been in a moment like that. And also people that sit there on these panels and these podcasts and these, radio, and people that ain't never, ever held a daggum call sheet don't realize, man, that no play is perfect. It's only perfect when you execute it. And even then, there's still things, the little details, the subtle things that make the play what it is that could have been better. So I hate that. That's the only thing about coaching and just football in general that I like. You're gonna get it either way. You're at 1 minute you're a genius, you're a guru, and the next minute you're a bum. You need to be fired. Or if you're from a player aspect, you should be cut. People be so dramatic and so drastic. Like they prey on dudes' downfalls all because they get paid all this money just to play football. And I'm going to quote Triple H on this from WWE. He says, I never understood, I'm probably going to botch what he said, but he said something when he was talking to Seth Rollins. He said, I can't understand why success is looked down upon. You know, you make $1 million and all of a sudden people look at you and talk down upon you, but why is success looked at so badly? Why do y'all do that? I don't understand why there's these haters out here that do shit like this. And, you know, and as Coach Campbell said, Dom was the only one that didn't get the call for the strike downfield. I respect that, you know, he said he didn't point blame at Dom and all that. I respect the fact that he, as the head coach, took the blame and took the bullet and said, that's my job as the coach. Make sure guys rally around and get the message, and they received the message clearly. Man, that's the little things you learn. That hurts.
Taught, which is exactly correct from Little League all the way.
And one more thing, I already know somebody gonna be in the comments section saying, well, isn't that what you're doing? I ain't never sat there and said I could do it better than any of these people out here. I've never sat there and said, well, this is what you should have done. This. No, I know in my head and in my heart that I'm trying to get to that level. So how can I sit there and I can give constructive criticism because I can talk the game, but to people that ain't never really played football, or people that sit there and try to criticize and give an opinion about someone, they don't even know the difference between an out route and a dig. So they can't tell you the difference between a 4-3 and a 3-4 defense. They can't tell you between an A gap and a B gap or a C gap. So or a difference between a draw and a dive and the blocking scheme that goes with it, and why there's certain things you have to do. Or, you know, I ain't even gonna get on my soapbox right now because it's not the time. This is a long ass video, so we gonna parlay that and we gonna put that to the side for another day. But just know it's not as easy. There's a lot of pieces that go into this, and you're entitled to your opinion as a fan, but don't run on Twitter and Instagram and these Facebook groups and all that and shit on players because of because you don't know the context and the little details that went into why a certain play they didn't score on a certain player, this, that, and the third. So know your place as a fan and know your play. And also, you know, sometimes as a player, you got to know your place. And sometimes as coaches, we got to know our place. So everybody know their place, know your role, jabroni, and shut your mouth.
Way up to the top is one play doesn't define the game. It's all these series of events, just like life. Things are happening, and we.
What I just say.
Game after that happened, so sure he felt bad, but under the circumstances, I totally get why that all happened.
It hurts my heart when we point our gun at your own brother. That's fucked up. All right, let's speak together. Come to work.
It wasn't the end of the world, you know. It didn't determine anything or change any outcome that we were going to have for the season. You know, all our goals are still right in front of us.
That's
and
right.
I think a guy like TJ really helped me get through that moment. You know, just leaning on him. He's always positive. He's always giving perspective.
Family on three. 1, 2, 3. We're working hard.
Back to the facility.
You don't gotta film me, you gotta film this.
Oh.
Here is a wonderful gift from the fan club to the guys we love.
Aw.
Jambalaya, catfish pie, meal mayo.
So loud, the guys don't know. No, it started with a conversation with me, Coach Tuck, and Coach Ryan, and John Bowman. And they were talking, John Bowman was teasing Coach Ryan, and I told him to stop picking on my Coach Ryan. I promised them, we were talking about, you know, what they liked and what they didn't like, and Coach Tucker was quite proud that he came from Texas. And then I said, oh, what kind of foods do you like? And I said, how about jambalaya? He goes, oh, yeah. And Coach Ryan got all excited, and he was like, oh, jambalaya, yeah. So I said, well, if you behave yourselves, you might just have to get some jambalaya given to you once.
All right, now what season? What we putting in it though?
And that's how it started.
Coach Richie, when he was here, his
Aw.
wife Sharon was our inspiration to have a fan club. So a lot of the season ticket holders got a message to come here to the locker room, which was packed. Have all my friends that I've met
Aww.
through all of this. If we didn't have all these people, it would never go as long as it's been. 30 years coming up.
Wow.
So it's all covered up. It's all a surprise.
Let's Phil Norman.
I know, it's Phil.
Smells good, doesn't it?
Okay, Phil, you like jambalaya?
And it's gonna taste good. So we started with just watermelons for a long time. And then things weren't going so hot with the team, and Louis Pasaglia said, you know, maybe we need to do something different. So we started with apples. So there's a story to the apples. We had to go to Edmonton to win. We had to go to Calgary to win. Then we were in the Grey Cup. But working up to that,
94. I think I was 94. Apple Power.
and it worked.
See, I do my little research too. Y'all didn't think I knew about that.
To Edmonton, and they won the Grey Cup. So it was called Apple Power, and we've had that the last few weeks, and Eva has brought apples today to continue with the Apple Power.
Right on.
Oh yeah, that's why I brought them today. Good luck, Al. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, they're just like a little club that supports us, that's been here. Make sure they give us snacks, and they also throw other community events. They show up every Wednesday, and they come with snacks, and they come with love, and win or lose, they're there to support us and love on us. So it's nice to have that unconditional love and support, no matter what.
Man, that's what football's all about, man. Without the fans, they're nothing. These backers, these people with the team, you know what I'm saying? There's not always bad fans. There's always these loyalists, man, that have been around the team and love it for what it is, man. So, whatever. Excuse me. Hey, never too much shrimp.
Let me not ruin the food, man. Thanks, John. I hear it. Everybody's saying it's good.
Oh, that's
your foot.
Yeah, and there's sriracha.
Ooh, sriracha.
Marcus, right?
Yes, Marcus Sales.
Jambalaya.
Oh wow,
It's got shrimp in it.
Sick. That's beautiful.
Did you say we're beautiful?
Y'all are so beautiful.
Oh, I thought that's what you said.
Thank you.
Smooth.
Thank you so much. We appreciate all your input.
Thank you all so much.
Yeah, take two. Three.
Bless your heart. Thank y'all so much.
Bless your heart.
It's amazing. They ain't there crying about the
Can I just
cornbread.
try a little, just a little bit?
I'll bring them the crumbs.
Gary, you ain't shit for that. You ain't shit for that, but I love it.
The BC Lions are 3.5-point favorites over the Hamilton Tiger Cats on Friday night in Steeltown.
I think it's going to be tough for them this week. Eventually, they're going to get it turned around, but I wouldn't be surprised if they lost this week.
I don't think
Damn.
there's a team in the CFL right now that is hotter than the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
You know, the Lions will have a bit of an emotional hangover in my mind coming off that game, having to then get on a plane and go across the country to Hamilton. So
There's only two teams in this league that we have not beat this year. One is Hamilton, so I think we owe these guys to get a win, and the other one is Toronto, and we all know when we can do that.
Oh, yeah.
Spooky season in the CFL. A little black and orange on Friday the 13th at Tim Hortons Field.
It's a beautiful fall day here, 12 degrees.
And I shall be there for y'all home opener. The tour, we gonna tear it up. The first spot on the tour.
Today, not just one half. All game. Fourth quarter, RC in the first quarter. Whole game. We had a win. 1 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
You know, when we played them last
Dang, Jamal, why you gotta run by dudes?
That's one thing, you know, being a linebacker.
All right.
Like, you have a chip on your shoulder when you hear people talk about, oh, you know, BC Lions defense can't stop the run and things like that. You take that personally. So that's my fuel, is this next game, stopping the run, man. We gotta shut that shit down. Excuse my.
I like that. I like that he's setting the tone. He's laying out the challenge where you do hear, and I've mentioned it before, man. People talk about bulletin board material. That's bullshit. No, I don't play no bulletin board material. But you hear it, and you know people watch and people see. Oh, they can't stop the run. They're gonna be a game. We gonna get it right. We gonna put a C on the end and we gonna call it a day. But to hear Bo say this, man, hey, I'm starting to like I guess as you know, I love the linebackers, man. Linebackers is my area. But Bo, man, you laying this out right here, especially you got to go up against JB, man. Better call somebody mama with this one right here.
My language.
Now you ain't gotta apologize for your language. They know. Look right here. Where the run fits.
Puts his head down, takes a big
Damn.
Gain of maybe 4 on first down for James Butler.
Where the run fit. Keep them feet. It got low.
24 yards. I guess that's up to 28 now.
Not every game's gonna be an aerial assault.
He kind of like disguised himself, and the quarterback missed him.
Far side. Check down screen. Picked up!
Josh! Chug it, chug it, chug it, chug it, chug it, chug it, chug it.
Pick 6 to the house. It was a great play.
Oh, they don't come any easier than that for Josh Woods. He was just sitting in
It doesn't hit you right away. It definitely. Like,
I see you, boy.
Touchdown, it doesn't.
Where have I done that before?
Maybe a few
Hold on.
minutes after, or maybe.
Where have I done that before?
Be after the game, you're like, damn, I scored. Yo, I mean, I had a touchdown.
Come on, man.
Josh has been one of those guys who's been coming in as a rotational guy. You know, at linebacker position, we need everybody. Josh has been incredible. For
No
us.
doubt.
You know, he's somebody who could play multiple positions, very versatile, and it's happy to see him come up and to see him do his thing and make those plays. So I'm really happy for him.
Josh Woods, hanging out with the city boys. Come on,
Lucky, we gonna get all the city boys together, man. We gonna do that, man. We gotta get all the CFL city boys together one time, man. I don't care where the destination is. We gotta get them together, man. You know, we gotta put a little hoorah together. You know what I'm saying? We gotta, you know, go tear it up, boy.
Ball's just inside the near half.
Oh man, it felt good just because, like you said, it was
the ultimate city boy right here.
You know, when they came in and beat us at our house.
enjoy your moment, yo. I promise you.
You know, they was confident, chirping, so I'm like, you know, when I get to play there, I'm definitely scoring, and you know, I'm gonna get them back.
You better score. You better score right here.
Adams play action. Gonna dump this end zone. Touchdown, BC Lions. Dominic Rhymes. The
It felt good to be back in the end zone because it was a while since I've been in the end zone. You know, I started off fast, so just getting back in that rhythm of being in the end zone, man.
Oh my God, y'all wildin'.
City boys are up tonight.
Dan in the City Boys? Well, I take back anything I ever said about anybody that's not in the City Boys.
Takes the snap, drifts over to the near side under pressure, and he's going to be brought down. Quarterback sack.
Matthew Betts.
Number 7.
Get off of him.
I've never been aware what the record was before it got out in the media. And I mean, I was doing my absolute best not to let it get to me. But I had a lot of, obviously, people from the outside talking about it, but even people on the team and teammates. I mean, they were, before the game, they were talking to me about the record. They wanted me to get it. And that's when it became, I guess, more important to me when I realized that everybody in here wanted me to get it.
We all fight for one goal, for somebody. When one guy gets something, we all get it. So obviously they work for that, man.
Hollins to the far side with Hatcher and Katoy. Hamilton 7 men at the line of scrimmage. They come with 4. Adams
Crossing.
Hatcher, 5-yard line intercepted. It's picked off. on the play. Running down the sidelines. This is all going to come back. There's a flag way
I
back.
forgot about that.
Vernon Adams is hurt.
Ah, not the knee again.
I didn't know exactly what happened, but I knew it wasn't as serious as before when I got hurt in Saskatchewan. But it was still something.
Adams is hurt. He is limping badly as he goes to the bench.
He was so immobile and hobbled at that point that it wouldn't have made sense. And Vernon's one of those guys that you're going to really have to tell him that he's out. But that's why we signed guys like Dane Evans, is you got to have
Dane's comeback
guys and guys that can step in and make plays. So again, another memorable moment.
Well, initially I was thinking I might have to just go in and hopefully eat the clock up so they don't get the ball back because our defense was out there. And then they went on a little bit of a drive and they got their field goal. And then the situation completely changed to me talking to Rick, where do we need to get to for a field goal?
Already planning.
I said it going into the fourth quarter. I looked at Pickett and I'm like, get your head right. It's going to come down to us.
And Dane Evans coming in.
54 seconds.
Former Tiger Cat.
Yeah, it's just kind of fitting, isn't it?
Couldn't write it any better.
No.
54 seconds left against his old team, and is on the money.
Evans takes the snap, fires far side, finds
Hatch, and this was Hatch's drive right here, man.
Him because he prepares. He prepares like the starter every single week.
Looks, fires far side, finds Hatcher on a He's down to about the 52.
Just dinking and dunking.
For Holland steps out of bounds at the 42.
And I knew that we had to get to the 40, or at least close to the 40-yard line. And I talked to Whitey, and he said he wanted it in a perfect world a little bit more on the left side than the right side of the field. And
those are things you got to think about.
Before Whitey's kick, I decided to go to Hatch because it got us back on the left side there, and it was also the shortest throw with the least amount of time taken off the clock.
Evans, quick hitter to Hatcher.
Get down.
Takes the knee. 1 second on the clock.
Yeah.
There's 1 second on the clock. There should be 1 second. He's down at the 41.
If that play call is called, you know exactly what you have to do in that moment. And you know, me and him executed, and
he went 4 for 4, did his thing. Did what he needed to do to get Whitey in range, and Whitey did the rest.
And we have a
Whitey.
timeout, I believe, that's called by Hamilton. Yes, indeed, the Tiger Cats have called a timeout.
Sure enough, it was a timeout, and they're trying to ice me, but I start laughing because every time I train in the off season, I play games in my head. I put 6 footballs on the field and in different spots, and on that last kick is the game winner. And I always line it up and then call timeout on myself. So I start laughing. I'm like, this is what I do all the time. So again, when I say
the preparation,
visualize myself on
the preparation,
practice field by myself kicking, I started doing that, and I knew I was kind of laughing. I'm like, I got this. I know exactly how I gotta hit this, and it was absolutely perfect.
Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up.
Off my foot, I knew that was pure. I looked up for 1 split second, saw the rotation, like, we're good.
And the kick has the distance, and it's good! Sean White with the walk-off field goal! And the Lions
talk your shit.
The Tiger Cats in Hamilton by a score of 33-30.
I love how when kickers make the kick, oh, they're the greatest. It's the greatest part of the game. It's better, the best walk-off moment, and blah, blah, blah. But when they miss it, they're like, we got to get rid of kickers. And I don't want to, that Skip Bayless bullshit. I don't want to see a kicker on the field. It's sad that the game will come down to a guy who doesn't even play more than maybe 5 snaps a game. And that's what makes football, man. You gotta have, even in baseball, and everybody love baseball, the pinch hitter or the designated hitter. Look at Edgar Martinez. Y'all from Seattle. 95. Griffey right around in third base. Who did the hit? Who got in the Hall of Fame off of that? Not even just off that play, but that hit. But that's what makes football, and like baseball designated hitters. Yeah. You didn't think about that, did you? Jackass.
For me, it was Dane Evans that day. The way he came in to have that last drive against his old team, and I'm so happy for him that he got that win.
Dane, being the pro that he is, man, he came in and did what he needed to do in his house in Hamilton.
I was pretty excited. I knew that Whitey
Now you know they wasn't happy about that.
I kind of lost my mind and I got really jacked up, and it was fun. That's what makes sports fun.
Hey, have your moment.
My house, don't forget.
Well, talk your shit, Dane. He said, it's my house. My house. And that's supposed to be for burning. But nah. Bravo, Dane. Bravo.
What a year Shaun White has had. I hope he doesn't see this because, you know, his head's already kind of big. Just kidding, Whitey. But, I mean, just an amazing year. And just, you know, when he trotted out, it was going to be money, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was.
Yeah! What a fucking play. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Great fucking job. Go.
Oh, hey, what's going on here?
I think the only thing, sad thing of this whole
Keep it PG. Keep it PG.
You got all these Hamilton fans here.
How you gonna say keep it PG and y'all done dropped so many curse words in 5 episodes, a couple N-word, an N-word that slipped a little bit, but hey, PG though, PG. Oh man, this is fun.
All that stuff.
How much time we got left? Dang, we got a whole nother 10 minutes? Hey, that hat's nice. That new era.
I've been on some special teams, and this is the most special one. I appreciate every one of y'all. Let's just keep going like this.
Drop that motherfucker! 4 times!
I don't even know what he said. They had to bleep that out, so it must have been something. I don't know what you said, but I ain't mad at it. Week 20.
Matthew Betts, right, tied the BC Lions record for sacks. Also, Canadian record for sacks with 17. He needs one more. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do tonight to break that record. He's a great football player. He's kind of the guy who stirs the drink for this defense. And early in the year when the BC Lions were killing it on defense, everybody had to have an answer how to stop him. I'm looking forward to him tonight.
People were proud for me, and I wanted to get it just for the guys on the team. And for me, it reflects the story of my season, the whole D-line as a crew, and I'm really, really proud to be part of this crew and what we've been building since 2022.
6 makes it 2nd and 4 at the Calgary 18.
He's ready.
Left to go in the half.
I took it inside the right tackle for Calgary, and I've been setting him outside most of the game with speed, and he just kind of a little bit kicked a little bit too deep, and I mean that window
But that step
was open, and Jake saw me fast, and he kind of rolled away from me. So I mean I wrapped him up, and then I felt somebody hitting him harder, and that was Woody. So I mean I got back up, and we both celebrated together.
Quarterback sack is a Matthew Betts. Mon Dieu! Sac du quad arrière, numéro 20 pour Matthew Betts. Bien joué, Matthew, bien joué.
It was a cool moment. I mean, I was happy at that point, but I mean, I think Woody was even happier for me, and I mean, the guys, picked me up and all that stuff, and I mean, I was happy with the moment. It was really cool, and they got pictures of that, and I definitely got them saved somewhere. And
that needs to go up in BC plays.
There still is a misconduct, unnecessary roughness against BC number 47.
You.
Unnecessary roughness misconduct against BC 47.
So that's Tui Hema's night as he's been ejected from the game.
But at the end of the day, when you're playing a team that's fighting for their lives,
Oh,
against
it
a
was
team
this
that had
one.
already basically wrapped up second place. I know first place was still a reality, but if you look at Winnipeg's schedule, they weren't going to lose those 2 games. And Calgary came in and punched us in the face, and I think we just took a step back and says, we'll give you this one. We'll see you in the playoffs.
That was my fucking standard. We know that. Let's fucking know. All right, hey, so we're up to 4 minutes. We get the ball. It's our choice. Dane's going in at quarterback. That's my call. There's nothing wrong with BA. Mentally or physically, he's good to go. My call to switch the quarterback. Dane's got us. Mindset doesn't change. Do you think we can beat these guys? Yeah. I think we feel a lot better if we play football. Let's go. Let's go.
Smart decision.
I know our guys wanted to go out and win that game, and it just didn't happen that week. And when we got down on the scoreboard, I think I would be a little quicker to take Vernon out of the game than obviously if I would if it was.
You're going to see him in a week, so there's no point in trying to get a meaningless win just to say we got the win for the record. Like, that's
for the BC Lions.
Lions break 5. Mayer, end zone, corner, touchdown, Calgary.
We obviously wish we won that game or at least put a better performance out there. Anytime we step out there, we obviously want to succeed and do our best, and I don't think we put nearly enough on film to prove to ourselves that we even competed at our best level.
Just a matter of inches, and today it's favoring the Calgary Stampede.
You got to give credit to Calgary, man. They kept freaking fighting.
A week off to recover, and then we get to go play the same opponent. So
the Lions conclude their season with a 12-6 record.
And your special teams player of the game tonight, number 11, Stephen Flintoff. All right, before we wrap it up, we head back.
Okay, let's do this thing here. If you could give me your attention, stop what you're doing, please, for a minute, and just listen to me for a second. What it's going to come down to for us to get where we want to go is, do we have the poise to function on a football field and play in between the whistles, make the plays we're supposed to make, deal with hard moments, which are going to happen in the playoffs when the other team makes a couple plays that we don't lose our minds, all that stuff. Even right now, do we have the poise right now to handle ourselves the correct way after getting our ass kicked?
Mayer was under 50%, but the run game ran through you guys all week long. You've got to play these guys in probably 2 weeks.
Yeah.
How do you stop it going forward?
Yeah, well, it's going to require 12 guys to be committed to
Well, no shit, Sherlock. We got to play them the next week. What the hell? Why do the media ask stupid ass questions? Well, you got to play them next week. Duh. Well, you didn't stop the run. Duh. We didn't. We got to play them in a week. That's when it mattered the most. Why do y'all ask stupid ass questions like that? Why do y'all ask questions like y'all state the obvious and then you want them to say something other than the obvious? Like, I don't know. We didn't play our best. And then if they give a full breakdown of what happened from a football perspective, y'all say, oh, making more than what it was, and oh, he went too deep, and oh, it's like, come on.
their job. And
damned if you do, damned if you don't.
And I think you saw
overcomplicating
several plays. It looked like a
didn't stop them. Run fits weren't there. Didn't take the right angles. They overran us. It's what it was.
That were, I'm not questioning their effort, but I'm questioning their urgency. So, but I don't think urgency will be a question mark in a playoff game. But who knows? We'll probably see these guys again. But who knows? We'll see what happens in the these last 2 weeks of the CFL.
Yeah.
This started for me in junior football, right out of high school, playing for the Saskatoon Hilltops.
Oh.
You know, you take that common thread of food with the offensive line and the want to create community. Our offensive line coach, Guy Fuller, was a local English teacher, and you know, he had 5 or 6 of his own kids, and they would make this big, huge, lavish meal, and we'd eat like we'd never eaten before.
And there is sliders right behind you. Grab sliders.
And when I moved
Man, I'm taking about 3-4 plates home.
Offensive line coaches and Bart Arnold and Travis Cirque would do the same thing. They'd host all these, you know, university-aged athletes that, you know, came from all these different backgrounds, and for one night we were at somebody's house outside of the football world, and they'd feed us.
I know you can smell that right there.
Yeah.
I got here as a player. Dan Durazio did the same thing. He brought us over, you know, once a year to his home, hosted us, fed us, and we got to have those conversations outside of the workplace.
Oh, well, it looks like it's just meat right now.
There's coleslaw there.
Yeah,
what the hell are you talking?
Got coleslaw.
Back here as the offensive line coach, you know, this was something that was always in the back of my head that, you know, I always wanted to host and have the guys over, and it's fun to see them outside again, outside of the workplace.
These are new.
And it sort of dawned on me that I had this unique connection as a former player, you know, having some of the great people that I would play in that room with, and then having them locally live here and staying in contact with them and thinking,
blur out the liquor. Smart.
Connect these 2 communities that are both.
Ain't trying to pay for that.
Different. It's a long year, you know. Our offensive coordinator doesn't like to use the term marathon, and I actually think he's right. I think it's 2 of the same things. It's a long season. It is week after week of pounding, but it's however many games you play. It's that many sprints in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And when this end of the season starts to get nearer, you really start to feel the finality of what you've all started out to work towards coming to a close. And it'll never be the same again.
No.
That group of people will never be together again.
Facts.
And
oh my God, that is hard. That is the hardest part. Man, you build that chemistry with each other, and just, Jesus Christ, man. That now you're gonna make me cry, because that has been a lot of players I done had that, man. That hits you. That hits you. That hits you hard, man. So let's get on to the final thoughts, y'all. All right, y'all. So here's my final thoughts from episode 5, Arrow Up, the Wrap, 2023, October. They came out hot with Winnipeg, the Gravy Bowl game. That right there, like I've said before, man, it was a great experience. Thank you to Carolyn and everybody that invited me to that one, because I got to experience that one, and man, that was a lot of fun. There's even that, just everything, but understanding now, watching episode 5, understanding what happened on that last play with Dom, and talking with him and I should have asked that question when we talked, but you know, it was just shooting the shit, whatever. But shout out to Dom, by the way. We got something coming for y'all. But seeing that game, man, and seeing it up close, and then watching it now, episode 5, and also doing the reaction to it when I got home, to understand why they dropped that one and then they blew the 10-point lead, man, it's a lot that goes into that. And then go on to playing Hamilton. That in itself was a barn burner of a game. There's a lot of things that people want to say about like special teams, and special teams should be eradicated from football and all that. But if your offense ain't cooking, you're going to need your special teams. You're going to need your kicker. And let's just remember that kickers are part of the team, and special teams is a third of football. So you see what Whitey could do in the clutch, and it's great to see that. But what I took from that also was it brought me back to when I seen all the offensive line with their coach and go have dinner at his house. Man, there's been many times where I cherish those times with some of my players, whether they've grown, you know, high school or just, you know, whatever the case may be, women, those times you spend together, just having meals together and kicking it, and just, even as a player, like just kicking it. You're so closed off from everybody during the season that all you really have is each other. And the only time you're really around other people is game day. But other than that, you guys are with each other. You guys are in the bunker with each other. You guys are in the trenches together. You guys are everywhere. You move as a unit. And when he said that you're not this group, every year the group changes. and this group is not going to be together. This same group is not going to be together again. Man, that hit me hard. And there's a lot of times where you have that special group, regardless if you win a championship or not, a Grey Cup, Super Bowl, national championship, whatever level you're at, man, you remember those times, because there's always that one where like, man, if we all get together, like, man, we have some times together, boy. We made it out of one a lot, but we won the fifth quarter. Like those man, those are the times, man. Those are the stories there's stories you can tell. You got G stories, PG stories, PG-13, R, rated X. You know, there's stories, and we'll take them all to the grave with each other. But those are the moments, man, and that's probably one of my favorite moments out of all the moments during this episode, and probably so far throughout the series. That's one that right here hits me in the feels, y'all. So that's gonna be episode 5, man. Episode 6 soon. Shout out to Nick, shout out to Carolyn, shout out to everybody at the BC Lions, man, and everybody on the BC Lions media team, the videographers, everybody that's captured in this, man. Thank you so much for y'all capturing all this. This is what we need more of from every team, and I really wish and hope that more teams in the league do something like this, because we want to see this, and the fans deserve it. Man, this is great, and I'm excited to see episode 6, the final, couple games, playoffs, obviously. So yeah, y'all, that's gonna be it. So that's gonna be it. Continue to be great, strive for greatness, all that jazz, and always remember,
Don't you ever talk about me!
Let me do it right. Let me do the Javon Couture.
The man's in the house. So crazy. The man's in the house. I'ma tell you the truth. The man's in the house. So crazy. The man's in the house.